Hey guys, it's Tuesday, time for Team Training Tuesday, and today I want to focus on finding your niche and how to specifically do that with what Young Living has to offer, because as you know, as a business builder, we have over 600 products right now in the United States. So if you're a global builder under me, you might have a different amount of products or different product lines. So the information I'm sharing tonight will just be relevant to US, but hopefully you'll still glean some information from it based on the current product lines that you have available to you in your country. So within the US, with over 600 products, sometimes it's overwhelming to think about, okay, how am I supposed to explain to people the value of Young Living's products when there's so many products to choose from? And it kind of gets to a point where you're feeling like, okay, well, I can tell them that they can use products in every possible area of their life, and that probably won't be specific enough for them, because they'll think, okay, whatever, you're just saying that. Of course you'd say that, you're selling the products, but how can we actually try to hone in on what products might be best for them based on what we're currently using, what's best for us. So some of the current products lines that the U.S. has right now are essential oils, the Kid Scents collection, the Seedlings bundle for babies, the Animal Scents products, all the personal care items, which include things for your skin, your hair, your dental health. They even have a whole men's line of products. There's the Savvy Minerals makeup, there's the Ninja Red, there's nutritional items including the Sleek line, the Icorn products. There's supplements, even vitamins and supplements to take. And then of course, last but not least, is the Thieves cleaning line, the chemical-free cleaning line that we have available. So how do we even wrap our heads around what am I going to present at this class to everybody, and how am I going to show them the benefits when there's just so many things to choose from? It can get easily overwhelming for us explaining it to them, and easily overwhelming for them listening to us and trying to understand how Young Living can fit into their lives. So let's kind of break down how we can find out our own niche and how that's going to help those people understand what might be beneficial to them. So first off, we'll start with answering some questions. So these are going to be asking to yourself, and I totally recommend that you sit down and do this as kind of an assignment. I'm going to try to do this as well for a challenge that I have at the end for you guys. But ask ourselves some questions. So who are we as a person in society? Are we a daughter, a wife, a mom, an auntie, a grandma, or on the men's side, of course, you know, a son, a husband, a dad, a grandpa? What are we currently doing? What's our job situation? Are we a student? Are we do we have a full-time job? Are we retired? Do we work part-time? Do we just stay at home with the kids all day? What is our current situation as it appears to society at large? Now, what are your current struggles? Are you always stressed out? Do you have excess weight that you're trying to burn off? Do you have a busy schedule? Are you always worried about your finances? What are your some of your common struggles? Maybe list out all of them if you want to. Maybe pare it down, do just a couple of the top ones that you're always day to day dealing with, some kind of inconveniences or struggles that you have. What are you currently interested in? So what are the hobbies that you have? Do you like crafting or sewing or working with your hands in the woodwork shop, or just building stuff outside? What kind of recreation activities do you have? You know, do you go to yoga? Do you like swimming? Do you like hiking or go on vacation? Sitting on the beach? What kind of stuff do you do in that area? Maybe if you're younger, you like just watching a lot of TV or going to movies. What are your life circumstances? So, you know, are you pregnant? Do you have kids, grandkids? Where do you fit in that kind of realm as well? And then what do you use from Young Living currently, and why? The most important part of that question is the why. So you're obviously in this business, you're obviously using the Young Living products, but why did you even pick the certain things that you're using on a day-to-day basis? So when you kind of break down a list, like honestly, my list of products that I use would be super long. And I think that's a good activity in itself, because at the end of that, you can kind of compile the list of those products into what product lines they come from. So you might find out You might honestly be thinking that you use essential oils and maybe that's the top one of items that you're using, but after you write down everything that you're using, you could find out that you're actually using more personal care items than anything else that Young Living has to offer. Or maybe you're using more of the supplements than anything else Young Living has to offer. Maybe you just go through the Thieves cleaning products like it's nobody's business because you love them so much. So if you were to write down, every single product that you use that Young Living has to offer, kind of group those up into the product categories and see which one you're heavily pulling from. And then how does this all kind of help out people that we might be talking to about Young Living? So based on all of these questions, who are you? What are your current struggles? What are you currently interested in? What do you use from Young Living, and specifically why? We can kind of drill down to what our favorite product line is and the ones that we know the most about. And this is going to help us in a couple different reasons. For one, it'll help us see as well that maybe we've been out there teaching classes about the Thieves cleaning line. And instead, we should be teaching classes about the Savvy Minerals makeup line, because we use that every day and we love it and we use it so much more than the Thieves cleaning line. Or as another example, maybe we're out there teaching a class on the essential oils themselves, which I totally recommend, but maybe it's better for us if we were to be teaching a whole class on the Ninja Red supplement that we have available, because maybe you drink Ninja Red every day and you have so many great benefits from it. So it's going to help us figure out, maybe it could help us steer us in a different direction than we had been going, and kind of host some different classes based on which product lines that we're already using. And this is kind of this popped into my head honestly just before I got on camera, because I kind of had one of those aha moments thinking, okay, what else can I be doing lately? How can I refresh my game? And figured out, what? Maybe it would be better if I teach some different classes than I ever have. Because when we first started about almost 7 years ago, Young Living had essential oils and Ninja Red and some personal care items, some nutritional supplements, but I really only learned about the oils at first. And those were the only classes that I taught, was an Essential Oil 101 class. And so we're kind of to the point where we have so many amazing product lines that I haven't been teaching classes on at all. And it might be time to say, okay, I've been using the Savvy Minerals makeup and it's time to go on a class for that. Let's set up something for classes for the makeup, because it's there, I use it, I love it. So going down this question line too will also help us drill down to the lines that we obviously know the most about. So if they're the products that we're using on a daily basis, we are going to have more testimonies based on our personal experiences. And why this is so great is because we don't have to say, oh, I've heard that this works great for that. We can personally make recommendations based on what we've used, we've tried, we've loved, and what's helped us. So we can say, you know what? When I'm really exhausted at the end of the day, I've had a busy day and so many things are just coming at me, I just love to come home, put stress away in my diffuser, and just let everything melt away. And that is my nightly routine, and it helps me so much in my dealing with my stress management, the stress away. So we can share those personal recommendations based on how we're currently using stuff. It's not just here, check in the product guide to see what it can be used for. We can actually talk about the products that we're using in a more personal way, which will have so much more effect on the people that we're talking to. So this would be my recommendation based on asking yourself all those questions, drilling down to your favorite product lines. Maybe it would be stuff that you didn't realize was your favorite product line. It's just going to be based on what you're using the most out of those product lines. You're already going to know the most about them, but learn as much as you can. This is the challenge here. Learn as much as you can about the top 2 to 3 product lines that you're using. So I will say that I recommend that one of those product lines be the Essential Oils collection, whatever's in the starter kit, the premium starter kit, because our whole Young Living's whole company, the whole company is based around essential oil infused products. So I definitely think that your number one niche should be knowing about essential oils in general, how they can benefit people, learning what's in the current starter kit, and being able to explain to people what's in there, the benefits of those oils, and how you personally use each oil in that kit, as well as the diffuser. That's just like a number one, because the whole rest of Young Living is based off of essential oils. So that has to be one of your 2 to 3 product lines. Now, I also recommend that you become an expert in at least 2 more of the lines that you're using. And right now, I'm just racking my brain thinking, okay, I'm definitely using lots of stuff from lots of different lines that Young Living has, but am I really an expert in anything beyond the oils? And I could probably say, okay, I might be competent in most of the lines, but I don't know if I've become as expertly aware of the other lines as I am with the essential oils line. So, for instance, I use a lot of the personal care products. I know personally why I choose them based on the chemical-free, the no harsh chemicals, the none of the icky stuff that that they don't have, that's based on other current products on the market that you can buy off the store shelf. So I know the reasons why I choose to use Young Living's personal care products. But can I concisely and correctly and coherently explain that to people in a class setting even, or even in a one-on-one conversation, and telling them the benefits of switching to the personal care category that Young Living has to offer? Even if it's just like, you really need to try the shampoo, and being able to explain that to people, or you should really try the dental products that they have infused with thieves. So I don't know if I'm an expert in that yet. I don't think I am, but I want to be. I want to be an expert in that as well. So, and what else? What's another line too that you're using a lot of the products from? All you need to do is maybe just a little bit more research into the ingredients that they're using, or why it's so great to use, oil-infused nutritional supplements, why Ninja Red's going to change somebody's life. Become an expert on those 2 to 3 product lines. So definitely a number 1 would be the essential oils line. And then number 2 and number 3 could be the things that you are currently using every day. You're going to have a lot more personal stories to share with them, as I mentioned, and become so much more effective in your communication to them. So based on whatever those product lines are, you can kind of plan out your attack on how to disseminate the information to people. So if it's the Thieves Cleaning line, that would be really easy to just send people the new sample sachets of the Thieves Cleaner. That would be really easy to host a online Facebook class about the Thieves Cleaning line. That would be really easy to make up somebody a sample bottle of some Thieves Cleaner that they can use on their countertops. Like, think of the ways that you can market with just within that line, and go from there based on who you're trying to reach and the best audience for it at the time. Especially for like the Savvy Minerals makeup. Maybe that's best if you do an in-person class with some of your girlfriends and show them the products, the colors in person, show them how easily it goes on. You can talk about the benefits to that, but that's probably a better in-person class than just maybe having an online class or talking to somebody about it over coffee. So we have to think about as well how the classes should be run, or the conversations should be run based on that product line. So that's going to be up to you guys, and kind of drilling down into what are your top 2 or 3 lines that you already currently use, you already love, you already have product stories out the wazoo that are going to be so easy for you to share with people when they ask you questions. So what we need to do from there is know enough about the remaining product lines to answer general questions. So say you're an expert in the essential oils, the seedlings bundle kit, and the Ninja Red kit. Now if somebody comes up to you and says, hey, what do you think about this Thieves Cleaner I keep hearing about? And you're not an expert on the Thieves Cleaning line, if you've used it, you can obviously say, oh yeah, I use the household cleaner all the time for this, this, and this. If we need to be able to answer the general question. So if they are also saying, what's so special about it compared to, the Mr. Clean I can buy off the store shelf, we should be able to answer some general questions about why green cleaning is so good, chemical-free cleaning is so good, how essential oils have just so many great benefits in general that we don't have to use the icky stuff if we don't need to. So be able to answer those general questions about the other product lines that we have. And beyond that, we need to be able to identify the product line experts in our own organizations. And why this is going to be so beneficial and why I'm so excited about coming up with this topic for tonight is if we can all identify, we kind of do this as an exercise over the next couple days, and we all get on here and we comment and say, hey, I'm an expert in the essential oils, the Savvy Minerals makeup, and the Thieves Cleaning line. And then Lindsay gets on and she says, hey, I'm an expert in the essential oils, the Ninja Red, and the supplements. And Brian gets on and he says, hey, I'm an expert in the essential oils, the men's grooming care kit, and the animal sense products. I can say, wow, okay, I know I've just identified exactly what Brian can help me with and exactly what Lindsay can help me with. And I can go to them based on their personal recommendations for products within those product lines. So how cool is that to think about? If somebody asks you a general question and they're like, yeah, I'd really love to know more about the Savvy Minerals makeup line. You're able to answer their general questions, but what you can do after that is you can do a follow-up and you can say, hey Jill, you said you were an expert in the Savvy Minerals. What products do you use and why? Because I have somebody interested. And then you can go back to them with a 1 degree separation of personal testimony to that person and say, you know what, I have this girl in my organization. She loves the Savvy Minerals. These are the products that she uses and why. So you don't even have to have used those products yourself to be able to share a really personal testimony with them. And especially if it comes from somebody in your organization, you know that you can trust that recommendation, you trust their judgment, and you know they're going to be giving you the products that they love out of that line, because more than likely they've tried quite a bit of those within that product line, and they can answer your questions effectively and efficiently for the person that you're looking to talk to about those. So I would love to hear what everybody's top 2 to 3 product lines are based on asking those questions, drilling down to what you're already an expert in that you might not have known, seeing what else you might want to get interested in, and then identifying those so we can all help each other figure out who is the expert in what lines, and we can kind of go to each other when we have questions, and especially for those personal recommendations and testimonies that we'll be able to share with other people that we're prospecting to. So let's see, what else was I going to say to that? But anyway, that just came to my head, so if my thoughts were a little bit scattered, I had kind of typed notes really fast, but I would love to hear about what you guys come up with, and we can kind of share from there and then brainstorm as well on what classes might be the best for you to teach, or what conversations would be great for you to have based on the product lines that you're already using and that you're an expert in, so we can make your marketing efforts around those products more effective as you grow your business. So that's it for tonight, guys. We're really looking forward to your answers, and I'll talk to you all again face-to-face next Tuesday for another Team Training Tuesday. Bye!